Whoa, 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 whoa! What happened? What the hell happened?
Now, I feel like it was fortuitous for me and EBZ to end up in the same race. And so I thought I was going to do great.
It is going to be an excellent race. Welcome for those new to my channel. Welcome back. For those returning, this is the Petite Douleur in France. Not my favorite map.
Boring.
Seems to be a popular opinion, but this is going to be a fun, fast, hard race.
So hard.
And so my focus right now is to stay on EBZ's wheel.
Okay, hang on tight.
For the balloon sprint and do my best to just give it all. Beauty of this stage is I only have to get it right once.
At first, you don't succeed.
Even though we do this sprint 3 times in total, we also do the Petite KOM climb 3 times total, so it is going to be a drag race through the sprint and then a hill climb till the end. And so, a minute left. I am currently in 3rd place with a healthy deficit to 2nd and 1st. But so long as I keep my power up, my consistency, I'm only a few points ahead of 4th place. And Felix is not going to let me rest until the very last day and it's all over. And so, hopefully, he's not in this pen.
Are you scared?
Because if he is definitely got the stronger sprint of the two of us. And so, if he is in this, then I'm going to do my best to try and hold his wheel as well on the sprint. But goal is get through that balloon sprint and fight till the end. Even though this is a relatively flat stage, it's really not. You can see it's basically like a sawtooth pattern through the whole valley in between the climbs. So, with littler climbs in between. Here we go.
And so, jumping ahead to the moments right before the crisis, we are literally within a kilometer of the actual sprint segment. And as you can see, the group is all together. I'm off the front right now, but just planning on coasting to the back of the group. And then all of a sudden,
soft pedaling. Whoa, 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 whoa! What happened? What the hell happened? What do you mean my power meter disconnected? Oh my God!
and so just like that, I end up way behind.
Well,
About 15 seconds behind the
my
group.
plan.
And yeah, I was not happy about it. So just going to fast forward to the beginning of the sprint, because while that doesn't often happen, it's happened to me a couple times, and I just don't know what's going on. Because when my connection works, it works great. Fantastic. But obviously this time it didn't work. So as I approach the sprint, I start to push on the power. EBZ had mentioned, like, hey, once you hit the fence line, start pushing your power strong. And so I ended up ramping up, but not as hard as I could have, and then pushed it through the sprint as best as I could, and held my power pretty well. I gotta say, I held it a lot better than I thought I would.
Ah!
And so,
Damn it, man.
that's what happens when you sprint by yourself. So, jumping way forward, I end up on the back of this small group. I actually pulled them together a little bit, and then I went ahead. Wasn't able to catch the group in front of them, which is a group of 8, but then they ended up catching me, and so I did what I had done previously and did my best to draft off of them until the start of the sprint. And once I got to the start, again, ramped up my power. And even though it slingshot me a little bit through, this time, again, knowing what I needed to do, knowing how it felt, I just gave it my all, held my power as best I could. Ended up easing off a little bit there at the end, but ultimately crossed the line in 12.99 seconds, which was going to be the absolute best I was going to be able to do, because my legs were tired at this point, sore. The first round up the climb, I ended up getting dropped by multiple groups, and so my focus right now was to get to the end without losing as much time as possible, and so I wasn't going to attempt a sprint any more than that. So just giving EBZ a quick update, letting him know what my time was, how I did, and just, you know, wishing him well for his race, thanking him for his help in giving me the pointers from that first-person perspective, being able to see, you know, where exactly I needed to launch from, and that's how it goes. So I'm going to jump forward to the last KOM. And so just to kind of run through quickly, you see a couple guys end up pulling up on me. One of the Sisu guys, which I thought I was pushing hard, you know, staying in the 250s. This was literally all I had left. You can see from the seesaw pattern of my power graph, I was doing my best to try and push hard over the climbs and then kind of ease off in between. I got some rest, and I knew that because I was able to get some rest, I could push a little bit harder on this climb. And so as they start pushing past me, I did my best to keep on the power. And as I got to this 6% climb, I ended up, you know, holding in the 300s pretty well the entire length of that segment. And then once I got to this lower percentage one, dropped my power a little bit to try and get some rest, but ultimately try and still stay ahead of them. I was keeping an eye on the bottom of the screen, kind of seeing where they at. I knew they weren't that far behind me, but because they're not part of my pen, they don't show up on the list. So I don't know how many seconds they are behind. I just know what I see on the bottom of the screen. And so I was doing my best to stay in front of them, staying in the mid to upper 200s, and just giving it all I could. And as I started rounding this corner, I was just running out of steam. And so I knew that I could push hard. And as I was pushing hard, they start passing me. And that was the final blow that just kind of broke me. As soon as they passed me, I knew I was done. I couldn't do any more than that, and just did the best I could to get across the line. Ultimately crossed the line in 26th place, and another 6, almost 7 minutes behind the front group. And so my concern at this point was just making sure I made the time cut. And so I will find out as soon as, you know, Rich puts everything together. I will see whether or not I'm gonna live to participate another day.
That is terrible.
So take care, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.
Absolutely terrible.
Guys, Miguel from that thing you just watched. If you know where that reference is from, please leave it down in the comments below. One of my favorite channels. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. Watch videos, playlists, whichever pop up. But thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and I hope to see you next time.